Alright guys, after searching on YouTube for how to repair your hinges on a third gen and not finding any results, I finally decided to make my own video. Okay, first off, I'm going to tell you most of the hinges that go bad on these cars, on third gens, Firebirds, Camaros, from 82 to 92, is the top one. Now, it's not to say that the bottoms don't go bad. They do go bad too. Sometimes this roller here goes bad, it gets bent. But the majority of these cars, from what I've seen, the top ones are what get worn out, the bushings up on top. So here's the old ones. This top one it's put in here like this. The way I got it out is I drilled it out with a drill bit. That seems to be the easiest method, is to drill that head up here and get a chisel and hit the rest off. I tried the other way just for experimental sakes of cutting it off with my air saw, and that took a lot longer. It was a lot messier. It is possible to do it, but you can see it's kind of messy. You got to be careful not to go into your hinge, and you can see the difference. You can see that's the side I use the saws, and it's all cut up a little bit, and you can see how clean the top one is where I drilled it. So I definitely would just drill it out instead of using a cutoff tool. Okay, what else? Okay, so I got a new kit by Doorman, which is right here, 38401, and they sell it for like 10 bucks at your local AutoZone or O'Reilly's. I had to special order because they didn't have none in stock. These are the screw-in type. You can see there's a nut, a lock nut, and it does come with the bottom pin, which is down here, which I don't even think this one has any play. It's solid as a rock, so I'm not even gonna do it. I'm gonna leave that one as is because there's nothing wrong with it. But if you are gonna do that one, you got to get a spring compressor, which is this tool here. I think it was 8 bucks at O'Reilly's, and this thing compresses that spring. You just put it in there, tighten down this nut, and it'll collapse that spring, and you pull it out, and then you could do that other rod down there, bushing. But I'm not going to do that because mine, it's solid as heck. And I've checked 4 of these cars, and none of them were bad at the bottom. They were all bad at the top, loose. And when they're loose, let me show you how you'll know. So here's my formula. Okay. All you have to do is open the door about, a foot away. Grab it from underneath. See, I'm grabbing it, and lift up. And you see that? You can see the windows. You can see it bouncing up and down. The car's not bouncing. It's just the door that's bouncing up and down. You see that? There's a good, I don't know, half-inch play right there. So that's a saggy door. It doesn't take much. And for some reason, probably because it's the passenger side, it's less used. This side, there's nothing wrong with it. See, I'll open it about a foot, and I'll lift it the same way. No movement. You can actually, when I pull it up, the whole car moves, not just the door. So that means that's a good hinge. So I'm just going to leave that one alone. The gap on it's good. Everything's good on that. Now this door, the gap sucks. It's hard to close. I'll show you. See, you can hear that thump real loud, and you can see the gap. It should be about, I think, was it 3/16 or 3/8 of an inch? And you can see that's what this is. It's a little bit farther. It's okay at the bottom a little bit, not so bad, but up top you can see there's a huge gap, and that gap has caused somewhat of a leak here for water to come down in here when you're driving and just slip right into here and get you wet. Sometimes you'll have the leak up top. And this car has been repainted, I think it has, one time. So my guess is they took the doors off, painted them. When they started to put it back on, they seen that the sag was causing it not to line up. Instead of fixing the hinges, of course they're not going to fix it for free. They left the old ones on and just probably tweaked the door, like pushed it that way, towards the fender more, or whatever. Who knows what they did, but they did the best they could for a saggy door. But yeah, it's not going to line up good. I can almost put my finger in there. I can definitely put my pinky. That's just too far away. It needs to be pushed back about 1/8 of an inch. So it's not very much, 1/8 of an inch. It's very small. So, but that's all it takes for you to get your door out of alignment. So what I'm going to be doing is taking this door off, replacing that hinge. This door over here is actually just a spare door I had, and I was just practicing on how to take the hinge off because I never done one before on these cars. And it was fairly simple, like I said. I should have made a video of it, of me doing it, but it was kind of like a last minute thing. But definitely the next door I do, when I take this red door off, I'll make a video of that one, how I drilled it out and all that. I'll wear my GoPro camera. But yeah, that's it for now. This is the kit I'll be using. I know there's $100 kits for the ones that you can lube up. It's got a little fitting for to grease it, greasable ones. But for 10 bucks, this thing's probably gonna last at least 10, 15, maybe even 20 years. So I'm just gonna go with this ones for 10 bucks. If it only lasts 2, 3, 4 years, I'll definitely let people know I don't use them, but from what I've read, they work just fine. Also, one more thing, these little bushings, these are what goes bad. And you get 2 new ones in the kit. And don't forget when you take it out, because some of you guys are going to have these broken off. This one goes from the just like that, from the top down. Now on this side, you're going to have it go from the bottom down, not from the top. Don't put it in like that. That's wrong. You're going to be putting it in from the bottom side, tap it up, and that would be the right way. And same thing when you put these new ones in. This is going to go from the bottom up, so you're going to have the bolt on the top here, and then this one's going to go down, and you're going to have the bolt from here. So keep that in mind. Don't forget the way these go in.